I am so excited.
That's
And
so
I'm
cool.
so grateful to you. I can't even believe what just happened.
Okay, so what happened? Give me the story.
Okay, so I took the notes that you gave me from our call this morning and I put them up right by my screen and I called her and it was actually a lot like our run through where I asked about her Mother's Day and it went really well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just let her talk and actually I think she was relieved. She seemed to really have a lot she wanted to say, which was nice. I got to know so much more with the questions you told me to ask, getting to the why,
Uh-huh.
trying to understand exactly what she was looking for. And at one point, she said, I'm not sure I should do this now because I only have her son in daycare half days. And she's concerned that if she uses the program, that all of a sudden she'll be inundated with work and not be able to service new accounts. And I actually agree with her and was thinking maybe this isn't the right time for you, and said that I would love to talk to you when Liz is in daycare full time because this is a commitment and it will lead to great things. And I want you to be ready for that. But she would not take no for an answer and was just really excited to move forward. And she was just really, really happy with the whole idea of getting her business in great shape, making her positioning one that will sell and one she can be proud of. Her why was actually really wonderful. She's had some difficult work experiences in the past, and that when I looked at her portfolio a couple weeks ago, it was the first time she actually felt good about herself and good about her business.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants to have that feeling all the time, that she wants to feel really proud of her work.
Cool. So if we could quickly rewind so we just met literally, our first call was on Wednesday, I think. So that's like 4
Was
days,
it Wednesday?
5 days ago. It's our first call. And our follow-up call was on Thursday. Today is Monday.
Right.
So
Right.
where were you in Wednesday before we met?
Okay. So I had an inkling of what I wanted to do. I've been thinking about it for a long time. I've had clients asking me to coach them, but I felt unqualified and couldn't put my ideas on paper. And when I saw your post on LinkedIn, it felt very genuine and authentic. And so I was like, I'm going to take a chance.
Do you remember which post that was?
I bet I could find it.
Okay, we can do that later. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, it was just, you weren't selling anything.
Yeah.
You were commenting on something and I was just attracted to what you wrote.
Okay.
And I was just calling for an informational kind of thing to see if you were the guy who could maybe help me. And I just felt very connected. I loved what you were saying. And I thought, I'm just going to take a chance on my business. I'm going to do this. And I went with it. And that was Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gave me an outline on how to do my course. And you very kindly gave me guidance looking at your course. And it was finally able to click in my head on how I need to do this. And I was up till probably 1:30 in the morning. I was so jazzed. Like I couldn't stop writing. I wrote till my hand was tired. And I'm like, I got to go to bed. And I only left like 3 bullet points at the end undone. It was just like, my mind was just racing with ideas. I was so excited after our call. And then let's see, then we did I already had these 2 customers asking me for proposals. So you were again kind enough to race me through a couple things and did 2 practice phone calls with me, which I was not very good at, but I took good notes and I followed your instructions to the letter, did not need to deviate from your script even a little, and managed to close the deal. She closed the deal for me, which was spectacular after I was ready to say, let's wait. And she's like, no, I'm ready. I'm excited. I want to do this.
Amazing.
And I can't thank you enough, because I went from feeling insecure, I'm not sure this is something I can do, to closing a deal in 5 days. That's just, it's blows my mind. Your program has paid for itself in 5 days.
Yeah.
That's got to be a record. That like can't even be real.
No,
I'm blown away.
Absolutely. The fastest client before you was about a month, and it took her for 2 weeks before she got started. And then within 2 weeks of doing the work, she closed her first client. But that is definitely a record, that what you did. So before we met, you planned to do your coaching, and you help freelancers to establish themselves, to build their business. You've been a freelancer for 15 years, very successful as a freelance designer, and you now help freelancers to do what you did, namely establishing a great portfolio and help them get clients, right? So you planned, before we met, you planned to sell your coaching at an hourly rate or something like that. What were you planning to sell?
So they had been asking me if we could work on an hourly rate. One of them had asked, could we do a package of 3 coaching sessions? I honestly had no experience with coaches or what a coaching package looked like, what they make per hour, or whether they do courses. I just had no idea what to offer. And to be honest with you, I probably would have moved forward, and I probably would have charged my normal hourly rate, which would be like $150 an hour or something along those lines, because I wouldn't have known what else to do. And ironically, when I found you on LinkedIn, I was looking for LinkedIn help. I wasn't specifically looking for course help. That was like the icing on the cake. When you told me you work developing programs, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is God sent. This is like unbelievable. It was just unbelievable. And then just from what you said, being able to find a way to package what I have to offer, because that was the biggest obstacle I faced, was knowing I have all this information and not knowing how to share it, whether it was an hour. I knew I couldn't accomplish much in an hour. So putting the pieces together, like just that conversation Wednesday was so valuable to me. But even more so was Thursdays, and even more so was this morning's, because I'm a great designer. I'm not a great business person. Unfortunately, it's not my strength. I'm getting better at it all the time. But like selling other people's stuff, I can do that all day long. I can sell anything to anybody except myself. And so this was just, I can't thank you enough. I'm like on cloud 9 right now.
That's amazing. And the thing is, first of all, you're definitely not, I don't know how you phrase it, but you're definitely good at business, because you told me your monthly earnings, and they are very good so far. But now sky is the limit, because you're selling a product that is scalable. And absolutely. I also think that in our sales call, what you did really well was this kind of the emotional connection, the rapport building. You know, you are great at the initials, at the start of a conversation. So you do that really well. Thank you. As you saw, you don't only sell other people's stuff. I mean, it was your first sales call for your not yet built product, and you have sold it without giving a discount. I mean, that is the testimony to your quality as a business person, as a salesperson. And you're gonna continue to do great things because, and I'm gonna tell you, you have this amazing track record. You have successfully built your business, and now you're going to impart that to your students.
I'm excited for her. She is so excited. She cannot wait to start tomorrow. We're starting tomorrow. Like she can't, she's so excited. Amazing. So I know I'm going to have to do some work quickly. The good thing is a lot of this I know inherently, and so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I guess I got to sign up for Podia.
Yep. That would be a good start. It's definitely a good starting point. We will discuss, if you want to, we can do an extra session just to kind of, you need to build stuff, you need to build it quickly. So let's feel free to schedule another extra session. Just before we part, can you say, what would you advise to someone who's on the fence of whether they should work with me or not?
Being on the fence is the comfortable place. That's where you sit and you're not taking any risks or doing anything scary. But the minute you are off, the minute you work with me, Cal, I'm telling you, Michael, sorry, I always pronounce it wrong.
No worries.
Taking that risk was the least risky thing I've ever done. It was like a no-brainer. And any doubts that I had were erased within 10 minutes of our talking. Really, I felt so reassured. I felt more confident in my business after our call than I have in probably 10 years. I really was so excited. In fact, I gave you a shout out on LinkedIn. I just was so excited. And you've made a big difference in my life already. And I know this is your job, but you are helping people. And you really helped me. And I am grateful, really grateful. So if you're thinking about hiring Michael, do it. You will not regret it. And it probably or could pay for itself in 5 days.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Liz. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. I am on such a high. I wish you lived locally so we could go get a beer or something.
Totally, we should absolutely get one because now we can. Now we
can afford it.
Exactly. Yeah, not only that, but we can. I think, is your lockdown over, or could you actually go?
Yes, our lockdown is over. We could totally go get a beer.
Go beer and those bagels that you told me about, because the
bagels are really good.
Mouth-watering.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. We'll get something on the calendar for next steps. But
definitely.
I'm excited. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Liz. Bye-bye.
Bye.